friends, this is the Cryptonian. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm taking a look at the weekly chart, and this is a little bit of a different chart, and I want to show you what I'm looking at, what I've found out, and I think it's very interesting, and you may agree. And after looking at this chart, this has really given me confidence for 2024 and also even confidence now. So let's take a look at what I'm talking about. Now, here we see the Bitcoin chart on a weekly basis, and there are three signals that must be in place to identify the change from a bear market to a bull market. And so when we take a look at those signals, there are two signals. One is a break of the descending diagonal line here, and the other is a break in the horizontal line. Okay, and there's a third, and I'll explain it here shortly, but let me explain these lines. Basically, whenever you go into a bear market, whenever Bitcoin has gone into a bear market, it creates a descending diagonal line of resistance. Also, there is a breakdown point where it's kind of like a descending triangle, and then it breaks down under this horizontal line, and this is actually the bottom. This is where you find the bottom, and this is where you would buy. Now, when we take a look in 2014, the bear market of 2014, we see that we have a break of the descending diagonal resistance line, and then later we had a break of the horizontal line. We did have a retest of that line for 1 week, and then it was up and up and up from there. Okay, so these two signals identified the end of the bear market. Now there is another additional signal that I'd like to show you, and that is the signal that I have on my Cryptonian suite, the tool that I created. This also gives a signal, and that signal is a little bit earlier actually, and this is what's called a B2 signal. This is a confirmation of a trend change, right? Now, when there's a lot of volatility, you will see this occur a little bit, as you did here. There is a B2 signal, although the price did go up for a little bit, and then it rolled over, and then the bear market actually was confirmed by a S2 signal, and then the red cloud occurred. Okay, here the opposite is true. A B2 signal, and then a green cloud appears. Okay, so those are the three signals. The three signals are a break of the descending diagonal resistance line. That's one. Two is a break of the horizontal line, and three is a B2 signal. Now let's take a look at some other cycles. Again, this is the bear market of 2014, 2015, and we started a new run in 2015, and look at how it just went up and up and up. Let me take that off. There we go. It just went up and up and up until we had another bear market. That bear market started in 2018, and it lasted until we had those three signals once again, right? Now, the three signals are, once again, a break of this diagonal resistance line, descending diagonal resistance line, after a red cloud, right? And that red cloud is confirmed by an S2 signal, which is a bear market. The second is a break of the horizontal line, this horizontal line here. The third is a B2 signal, and here is the B2 signal. The B2 signal was actually a little bit earlier. It was 1 week earlier than the break of that line. After that, we went up 100%, actually 98%. Now again, we came right back down and we went sideways, and we did retest this line again. And that's because I think, as you know, 2020, 2019, 2020 was a very, it was a very atypical year for the markets, and that's because we had a black swan event, and that black swan event was C19. That's what occurred, this deviation. If we didn't have that black swan event, I don't think that we would have broken that. I think we probably would have gone sideways and up from there, kind of like this, right? And then moving up from there. So those are the three signals of the last cycle. Now take a look at where we are now. Look at the three signals in this cycle. This is the bear market of 2022, 21, 22, and then now where we are in 2023. Look at where we are. We have a break of the descending diagonal resistance, this line here. This is the diagonal line here. My line's not very straight. Let me see if I can do that. Right here, we can see that. Okay, we broke that. We broke that on the week of January 16, 2023, the beginning of the year. We then had a B2 signal right here. This is the second signal that's required for a bull market. And then, of course, the third signal we just had this week. Just had this week, and it's not going to confirm until the end of this week, Sunday. Okay? So those are the three signals that have signaled in the past that we are in a transition period going into the bull market, that the bear market is over. Now, there is a period of sideways volatility like we've seen before, sideways consolidation, and in 2019, 2020, it was very volatile. Now, that being said, we are right here now. So, statistically, historically speaking, chances are we go up from here. In light of historic price action, we go up from here. Now, again, nothing is guaranteed. And I would probably want to see some kind of, even on a short time period, the 4 hour, the daily, whatever, I'd like to see some type of a pullback or the market cooling off to get a little bit of a better entry. But dollar cost averaging, buying here and then buying any dips that occur like so, even to the 200 moving average, which would be 26,000, in my opinion, is a buy. Okay. Now, that being said, we can also see that we are starting a new expansion phase on the volatility mod tool. It's telling us that expansion is occurring. Now, that being said, I think we have to keep everything into perspective. I would not go all in here. And the reason is because we have low volume. Our volume is suspiciously low. And so this is what's concerning. But then again, if you think about it this way, if we're breaking out into a bull market under low volume, and then we have the ETF, BlackRock's ETF approval coming, along with Vanguard and the others that will bring a lot of money into the market, that's going to really skyrocket Bitcoin. That's really going to push it much, much higher. So I'm going to be reevaluating my positions, and I'm actually going to be buying a bit more of those projects of Bitcoin and some of the other coins that I believe in, that I think are solid projects. I'll share the coins that I'm buying in a later video, but I just wanted to show you this. Technically, according to historical criteria, we have started the bull run. The three signals are in place. We had the break of the diagonal descending resistance line. We then had a B2 signal, and then now we just had this signal as well here. So there you have it, friends. I don't want to make the video too long. I just wanted to pretty much show you what I found, and it's very encouraging. I find this very encouraging. Going into 2024, I think it's going to be a big year. Now, we do have to be a little cautious because of, the macroeconomics is a bit different than what we've seen before. And also the volume here is much, much lower than what we've seen in the past. So although I would not go all in here, and I'm not going to go all in, again, this is not investment advice, but for me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to dollar cost average a bit more than what I've been doing. Okay, so but we really need to see this close above this line this week. Now, if we fail, if we have a pullback and if we break that line again, that's going to be a different story. Then we have to look at the support line of the moving averages. But this does look pretty convincing as far as momentum goes. It's just the volume that is concerning. So the demand, the volume demand could dry up here, but if we have some large players, the large players could be pushing everything higher. Now, as a reference, we do know that Cathie Woods did sell some Ethereum, but she probably purchased Ethereum when everything was low down here at the bottom of the market. Probably. So, and plus, she's running a business, so she has to create cash flow to pay bills. So there you have it, friends. I hope you're doing well. I hope I've answered some questions, showing you where we are in the market. Historically speaking, this is the beginning of the bull run. And so it's going to be interesting moving forward what we see, and I'm going to be preparing by dollar cost averaging. So thanks again. If you like the content, please click like, and if you'd like to keep receiving notifications on my future videos that I post, then of course please click the subscribe button and click the notification bell, and you'll get all of the additional videos from now on that I post. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.